the steps that the Celtics had to take to kind of feel the losses and grow and mature and add the right pieces, bring in a Porzingis in, even though he was injury prone, but his presence got Boston to a certain place, bringing Al Horford back. You know what I mean? Getting Drew Holiday, Derek White's emergence, Peyton Pritchard getting better and better each year. Even when Sam Hauser struggled with a shot early on, he continued to stay with it. All these things had to come together in order for what happened last year to happen. And ironically, because of how things went down, I don't think you have, and this is my opinion from the outside looking in, a Boston team that's satisfied. Because of all the dynamics of what happened. Like, Joe Mazzulla didn't need to stoke the fires early with this team to understand that now you're the hunted because you won. I felt that coming into it. And it's going to be interesting to see, Scout, because you're around it every day. As the season goes on, we go through those doldrums of right before, All-Star break when it's like getting monotonous. Kind of how this team continues to push, even though Milwaukee is playing a lot better right now. And then post-All-Star game, kind of where things are sitting. Would they go for the number 1 seed? Would they push to get that? Or would they be satisfied at maybe being at 2, knowing that they can get home court advantage? These things start to play in my mind as I look at the Celtics team.
So I got the answer for you, Jim. When Peyton Pritchard is a bona fide savage, dude. So every day, like, I don't know if I've said this publicly. Like, I think that, like, in a good way, and you know what I mean? I think people in the NBA would know what I mean. He got a screw loose in a good way. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like, every day, Peyton Pritchard is going out there trying to score 30 and have 10 assists and lock up the best player and outplay the star player on the other end. Every single night, he's thinking that. Every single night, he's playing, and you can attest to this, to not for Joe Mazzulla to not take him out of the game at the first half. There's been points in the first half where he checks in with like 6 to go, and he just plays till the half. And then the second half, he'll check in the third quarter with like 6 to go, and he won't come back out of the game, right? So every day. And then there's a game where he gets taken out and he's not on the floor in the fourth quarter. And I'm telling you, he's pissed. Like, he's mad. So when you have bench players that are like that are pushing like that, and Joe, for whatever reason, I don't want to say tugs those strings because that's kind of disrespectful to Peyton Pritchard, but he knows exactly how to keep those guys completely motivated. I think it's going to be really hard for the Celtics to, like, mail it in, if you know what I mean. Like, Peyton Pritchard comes out and plays and he gets 27 and 10, and Jaylen Brown and Tatum are like deferring to him as a lead guard. So I think when you have guys like that, got a little screw loose coming off the bench, dude, it puts a lot of pressure on the starters to play well. Like, maybe not Brown and Tatum, even though the other night, Jaylen Brown against Washington went to the bench, never returned. He just rolled out with some guys, or Drew Holiday went to the bench, didn't return. Like, there's been moments where he just rolls with Peyton Pritchard and a bench guy, and he kind of does the same thing with the big kid Cornette and Kata. So he just, like, really knows how to tug those strings, which I don't think these guys will have a mail-in week or month or anything like that.
Check out new episodes of The Jim Jackson Show every Thursday. Watch on The Rich Eisen Show YouTube page. Follow the show on Instagram @Jim Jackson Show, or listen wherever you get your podcasts.